Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, it is time to get out your flashlights, canned foods, and clean water supply. The start of hurricane season is just weeks away. That's why dozens were out today at the Venice Community Center for the city's annual Hurricane Expo. Local businesses and storm experts, including ABC7's very own chief meteorologist Bob Harrigan, answering your questions. This year's hurricane season is expected to be a busy one. Colorado State University predicting there will be 14 named storms this year, 3 of those being Category 3 hurricane or stronger.
The number of storms doesn't matter. It just matters that, hey, we're getting into hurricane season. Someone somewhere is going to get hit. Is it going to be us? No one knows for sure.
Sarasota County Emergency Management is taking lessons learned during Irma and making changes this year. It will now be opening all 11 evacuation centers simultaneously instead of in tiers. Emergency Management will also begin a new transportation program this year for people who don't drive or prefer not to drive long distances. And we're far from a hurricane, but we did see rain for the first time in what feels like a while today. Let's go over to Wendy Ross for a check on that first alert weather forecast. Wendy?
I don't know about you, but I actually had to turn on the windshield wipers today because we do have some showers. Finally, we've been seeing them making their way from the east coast over to the west coast, and it is all being brought to us by a low pressure system that is well down to our south. And this system is bringing all of this moisture across the state of Florida, and we're feeling it right here across the Sun Coast. So we're seeing the showers. Some of these showers are producing some heavy downpours as they come on through. Nothing severe. We haven't seen a whole lot in the way of thunderstorms right now, but we are watching all of this wet weather moving in our direction. So we're going to see the showers with us for the next several hours. If you're heading out the door to go somewhere, just keep that in mind. 80 degrees for us. We've got higher humidity. Winds are coming in out of the north-northwest. They're strong, 16-mile-per-hour winds. And for the rest of the night, what we're looking at is rain is going to be with us just about all night long. We'll see the heaviest showers between now and about 8 o'clock tonight. Adam?
All right, thank you, Wendy. Now to a developing story in Sarasota tonight where a manhunt is currently underway after shots were fired near downtown earlier this afternoon. ABC7's Erica Jackson joins us live from the intersection of Palm Avenue and Main Street to share what happened and more details on that search for the suspect. Erica?
Adam, thank you. Sarasota police say the shooting happened in this building right here behind me at the corner of Main Street and Palm Avenue. And now the search is on for the person responsible. That suspect now identified as 25-year-old Ryan Flanzer. Police say Flanzer entered an apartment building on Main Street wearing a tactical vest and badge. They say he said he was a process server, so he was given entry to the building's 3rd floor. Police say Flanzer fired several rounds into the door of an apartment, and no one was in the unit at the time. No injuries reported. Then police say he fled the scene in a dark-colored SUV. They believe he is armed and dangerous, and right now police are still searching for Flanzer. We caught up with some people who were in the area when police responded to the call just before 1 p.m. this afternoon, who say they didn't hear anything out of the ordinary.
I just came out to have a cigarette from the restaurant across the street, and I saw the police tape, and I saw a rifle, guy with one of the police officers with a rifle, and I'm like, what is going on?
Officers say they're trying to contact Flanzer so he can turn himself in, and they're also calling this an isolated incident and don't believe the public is in danger at this time. Anyone with information about Flanzer's whereabouts is asked to call 911. We'll have more information coming up when it's available on our website, mysuncoast.com, and on our app. Just search My Suncoast on the App Store. Reporting live in downtown Sarasota, Erica Jackson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Erica, thank you very much. Frightening situation and certainly not something we hear about too much right there in downtown. Thank you again, Erica Jackson. All deputies also investigating a possible armed robbery tonight. That's after a Manatee County teen was treated overnight for a gunshot wound. That teen telling deputies when he got to the door of his apartment on Manatee Avenue West, as you can see here on the map, around 8 p.m. last night, he was confronted by an armed person and robbed. The assailant shot the victim once before fleeing. However, deputies say there are some inconsistencies with the teen's story, but they are still investigating. That teen only suffering minor injuries. We're monitoring both shooting situations, and we will keep you updated as they develop. For the latest on these and other breaking news stories in our area, you can download our news app, and you can find that app in any app store by searching WWSB or My Suncoast. Well, as schools across the state implement stricter safety measures following that school shooting in Parkland, Florida, Sarasota County is also trying to improve safety. We spoke with Shirley Brown of the Sarasota County School Board about some of those measures. She tells us the county has actually had some security projects in mind for a while, but since Parkland, they've moved the deadlines up.
We're doing perimeter fencing, we're doing interior fencing, the single access with bulletproof offices in there for the bookkeeper, and then we'll have better intercom systems, better camera systems, better checks for when the people come in. They're going to be wearing lanyards, so we know who should be on the campus and who shouldn't.
All right, I'll see you.
Now, Brown says the district is pushing to get those measures in place before the start of the school year. Another thing that will be crucial for safety, she says, is $1 million the county has been given for mental health treatment.
We have to be able to protect ourselves because the police, they're good, but they can't be everywhere.
Bearing both American flags and other flags saying "Don't tread on me," dozens making their concerns known today amid a national debate over gun violence. The group gathering this morning at the Sarasota Bayfront Park before marching across the Ringling Bridge and back. Their message: don't tamper with our right to bear arms.
We'll stand up for our rights. And if the other side can do it, so can we. The only thing that I got to say is a bad guy with a gun is stopped by a good guy with a gun.
And those activists here at home marching as thousands across the country do the same, some in support of stricter gun laws, others fighting to protect themselves. On the heels of President Trump's rally cry at the NRA convention in Dallas, a voice from the other side. ABC's Dave Packer gives us a look at the protests in favor of more gun control taking place.
The sound of a gun and a call for action. Before an image of President Trump as Napoleon, loved ones of the Parkland shooting victims making their voices heard near the annual NRA meeting in downtown Dallas.
It's not about being mad or being angry, but I am. It's about being effective in finding a solution so no one else needs to go through what we're going here.
The time has come for us to act.
Among the protesters, actress Alyssa Milano, who's raising awareness through art.
I don't think there's anything as thought-provoking or a conversation instigator like a piece of art. And if we're going to hack this culture of gun violence, we have to figure out a way to meet in the middle, and usually art is the way to do that.
Meanwhile, inside the NRA convention Friday, President Trump wading into the gun control debate, mourning the loss of the 17 victims from the February shooting, but at the same time repeating his call to arm teachers.
They love their students, and they're not going to let anybody hurt their students.
But bringing more guns into the schools is not the answer, according to many gun control advocates. They continue to push for a ban on automatic weapons, or at least raising the age of eligibility to purchase them. The NRA convention runs through Sunday. Dave Packer, ABC News, New York.
And some concerning numbers tonight. The FBI saying there were more active shooters and more people killed by active shooters last year than in any single year since the agency started keeping data on the subject. That report found that last year 138 people were killed in 30 separate active shooting incidents in the U.S. The FBI defines an active shooter as anyone actively killing or trying to kill people in a populated area, so the data does not include information on drug or gang-related shootings. The data also shows that all 50 active shooters in 2016 and 2017 were men, and all of them worked alone. Well, here on the Sun Coast, you may have noticed the big black and red circus tent that is now up on US 41 in Palmetto. If you haven't, take a look. That tent belongs to Cirque Italia, which you may remember for its water circus performances, but this time they're doing something different, something supernatural. Paranormal Cirque is a show not for the faint of heart, and the audience is required to be over the age of 18. Of course, there are going to be clowns, acrobats, illusionists, and acts that will get your heart racing.
Gotta be prepared to be scared and walk inside the new world that is gotta be crazy, it's gotta be scary, it's gotta be tricky, but it's so unique, you can't miss it. This is the first stop for the United States.
The show opens on June 7th, and for more on Cirque Paranormal and a preview of the show, you can just go to our website, mysuncoast.com. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, Manatee County going back to the future. What officials are hoping to learn to do better years from now by looking at the past. Plus, dozens work to keep Sarasota Bay thriving, how their work positively impacts fishing here in our area.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
I work hard all day, and this is why. But taking care of my money has never been easy. Brinks knows what's valuable to me, making it easy to keep track of my money and pay my bills on time.
Here's to the strong, to the dependable, to the trusted. Your family counts on you. Who can you count on? The Brinks Prepaid MasterCard. With direct deposit, you can get your paycheck or government payments up to 2 days faster.
I don't have time to wait for a paycheck, cash it, and then run around and pay bills. Brinks knows what's valuable to me, time.
Call now or go online to get your Brinks Prepaid MasterCard. There's no cost to order and no credit check. Load money onto your card and then shop online, pay bills, buy groceries.
I get a text alert every time our card is used, so we always know our balance.
And we're protected from unauthorized transactions. Brinks gives us peace of mind.
With Brinks, you can conveniently manage your money online and with the mobile app.
I get cash back on everyday purchases. Brinks knows what's valuable to me, saving money.
Plus, you can load checks in minutes, anywhere with mobile check load. Call now or go online to get your Brinks Prepaid MasterCard. There's no credit check and no cost to order. And with a qualifying direct deposit, we'll upgrade you to Brinks Preferred with extra benefits. And in this TV-only offer, personalize your Brinks Prepaid MasterCard with your photo for added security. Manage your money on the go, anywhere, and get the peace of mind you deserve. Brinks knows what's valuable to you. Call right now to order your Brinks Prepaid MasterCard.
Call 1-800-282-9643.
There's no cost to order. Call now.
Manatee County hosting the first of several events today aimed at answering the question of what people want our area to look like in 20 years. That project, called Back to the Future, looks at infrastructure, quality of life, economics, and housing data from 1998, then compares it to the current data. We talked to the program coordinator about what people have said some of their biggest concerns are for the future of our area.
Housing is a major focus, and the cost of that housing. We hear also jobs is a big part of it, and economics. We also hear transportation, how we're going to move people, how we're going to get people with the amount of growth that we have going on, how do we plan for the future, and plan for mobility, not just to move cars, but to move bikes and make it safe for those people to be on the road.
Officials say the project gives visitors a glimpse of future community needs, along with a chance for commissioners to prioritize them. Another successful year for the annual Seagrass Survey here in the Sarasota Bay. Over 100 volunteers using a part of their Saturday to help the Sarasota Bay Estuary Program analyze seagrass. They find the different types of grass while snorkeling or kayaking in Sarasota and then input that data using a smartphone app. The data helps researchers study the bay's ecosystem.
Seagrasses are really important for the health of Sarasota Bay. They help stabilize our shorelines, they improve water quality, and they provide a lot of habitat for fish and birds and other animals. 70% of our sport fish and recreational fish spend at least part of their lives in seagrass beds.
Sea turtles and manatees also depend on that seagrass for their food. And it's very interesting. I guess they've been monitoring this for decades now, and it really shows you the health of the bay, kind of the levels of seagrass in certain spots.
And we can make a difference if we really put our minds to it. I think
Absolutely.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It's our underwater lawn.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And we finally got some rain to feed it. How
Exactly,
about that?
yeah, your real
Yay.
lawn.
Oh my goodness, we needed this rain, and we're finally seeing some very beneficial showers moving across the area. However, we're also seeing some cloudy conditions as well with no rain. So these are isolated showers that have been coming across the region, and this is all coming in from a low pressure system down to our south. It's a tropical low that is moving in across the region, and that's what we're getting. And so this tropical moisture is increasing our rain chances, and then in addition to that, we've got a cold front that's going to be coming on through, so we're sort of getting the squeeze play right here. You can see that low area right here. You can see that counterclockwise circulation, and this is where the low is situated. And then back here is the cold front, and we've got some drier air that's going to come on in with that cold front, but in the meantime we're dealing with the moisture, and that has helped to bring about these scattered showers. You may have driven through them earlier today. We've had some downpours in some locations and just light rains moving through in others, and a large part of the area not getting any rain. So this is not an overall coverage, but we're going to continue to see showers developing with the greatest chance of rain between the hours of 7 and 8 o'clock tonight, and then those rain chances are going to go down just a little bit. We're going to continue to watch the rains coming on in. And some of those places, as I mentioned, are seeing those showers developing, and some of them are getting some heavier downpours also as that rain comes on through. So that low pressure system helping to spew in all of this moisture across central and south Florida, and that low is going to move over the southern part of the state. And then by Monday, we get another front that's going to be coming on through, and that front is going to come through and clear things out. So on Monday, we'll have some dry conditions, but we've got to get through Sunday with those morning showers, and then the latter part of the day we'll start to see some rains developing as well. We'll see some of those showers moving off towards the northeast on Sunday. During the overnight time period, we get a little bit of quiet, and you can see that rain developing here during the morning, and then it's going to move off towards the northeast before that front comes on through Monday and starts to clear things up. In the meantime, the rainfall again is not going to be that great after 8 o'clock. We're going to see it dropping down to about a 20% chance and then down to a 10% chance overnight, but it will be back with us during the morning hours tomorrow. So here's that low pressure system. It's spewing all of this moisture across our area. Here's the cold front right here. That front is going to make its way down across the state by Monday, and so on Monday we're going to start to see some drying conditions coming on through as that front pushes on in, and that low pressure system continues to stay well down to our south. So we're looking at the dew points also. Last week they were in the 50s and low 60s. This week we're starting to see them on the rise, mostly in the 60s and 70s, and that's also helping to create the moisture that we're experiencing across the region. Temperatures are mostly in the 70s and 80s right now, and if you're heading off to the beach tomorrow, you can expect to see the winds out of the northwest, seas 1 to 2 feet with a light chop, and we are going to get some thunderstorms possibly during the afternoon hours with a temperature reading of 84 74 degrees. We've got light rains for tonight, 71 for the overnight low. And over the next several days, this is what we're looking at, a 40% chance of rain on Sunday. With that cold front coming on through, things are going to clear up for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Thursday, we start to see more rain developing, and that continues just in time for next weekend as well. Adam?
Now, sports.
The Tampa Bay Lightning have taken full control of their Stanley Cup playoff series against the Boston Bruins. A big overtime win last night on the road in Boston means the Bolts are heading back to Tampa, one win away from moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Steven Stamkos tying the game in the third to force overtime. And then it was Dan Girardi's turn to get the big win with a tap-in goal off a slick pass from Alex Killorn.
The ice a little bit, got on the right side of him, and Killer made a great slice of the net there, and just luckily hit my stick, and it was kind of set up in my office in front of the net there.
Even better news, the NHL has officially warned Boston's Brad Marchand to stop licking opponents. Yeah, that's right. Ryan Callahan, the latest victim of Marchand's tongue tactics during a tie-up. The NHL says he could be fined or suspended if he does it again, the last infraction in the Bruins' last playoff series against Toronto. And the Tampa Bay Rays starting their game against Toronto tonight. The Blue Jays, that is, coming off of a 6-2 win against the Blue Jays last night. The Rays are flirting with a .500 record right now. Jake Faria getting the start for the Rays tonight. He hasn't lost since April 13th, and the score in that game, 1-0 Rays as we enter the third inning. Former Cardinals slugger Albert Pujols has punched his ticket to Cooperstown. The now Angels first baseman picking up his 3,000th hit, a broken bat single to right field in the fifth inning of their 5-0 win over Seattle. Pujols is the 32nd member of this elite club and joins Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and Alex Rodriguez as only the fourth person to have 3,000 hits and 600 home runs. It could be some time before we're celebrating the next person to jump into this category. Miguel Cabrera is the closest to 3,000, but with over 300 hits left to go. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
When money's tight and emergencies arise, CashNetUSA.com is available 24/7 to deliver quick loans for approved customers when they need it the most.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
Everyone's buzzing about Suncoast View.
I like watching the Suncoast View.
I like the Suncoast View.
The cooking segments, I love the recipes. The theater segments are terrific.
Join Stephanie Roberts, Linda Carson, and special guests on Suncoast View for hot topics, everyday issues, celebrities, food, fashion, fitness, and everything in between. Nothing is off limits.
They're just fun.
For smart, fun talk in the afternoon, watch Suncoast View, weekdays at 4 on ABC 7.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
I used to dread getting up and going to work.
I was done with the corporate grind.
I was tired of being a starving artist.
And I started looking around for a business that I believed in, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green.
My SCORE mentor helped me take the first step.
He helped me create a business plan and helped me implement it.
They've really taught me how to think big.
SCORE helped me to make the unimaginable possible, all for free. I'm here because of SCORE.
I'm here because of SCORE.
Get your free business mentor at SCORE.org.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash.
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
What could be treasure?
Pal's my most advanced android. This is awesome. You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Finally tonight, a moment to honor one of the most influential figures of Sarasota's past, historic Spanish Point, holding a Bertha Palmer Memorial Tour today. Bertha Palmer had a home on historic Spanish Point and passed away on May 5th, 1918, or exactly a century ago. Palmer owned nearly 85,000 acres of land in Sarasota County, including much of Venice and Osprey, and what is now the Myakka River State Park. She also helped bring railroads to our region and modernize cattle ranching. As the executive director of Historic Spanish Point will tell you, her influence on the area cannot be overstated.
By having someone of her reputation come here, fall in love with the place, and then tell everyone else about it, it's kind of the same thing that Ringling did. You know, came down almost the same time she did, and then really had a big impact on the area, but were known around the globe.
Historic Spanish Point still tends to one of Bertha's private gardens, high-end horticulture, another gift she helped introduce to our area. And I'm honestly recently learned about Bertha Palmer.
She was an amazing woman,
Incredible
woman, yeah.
She basically owned Sarasota County.
Oh, very much.
Like almost
and
all of it.
she had a wonderful sense of business, and she had a wonderful sense of vision.
Yep, 100 years ago, we said goodbye to her.
Yeah.
And we say goodbye to you now. But we'll be back at 11 o'clock tonight, talk more weather, talk more news, and we'll see you then.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
Suncoast bugs don't have to be pests this season. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we'll learn from an expert how to beat mosquitoes and those pesky love bugs as summer heats up across our area. The first 1,000 days of a child's life are crucial to brain development and their future. We'll learn how a Suncoast Foundation wants to help. Plus, our beauty expert has gifts to pamper Mom this Mother's Day.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
I can't believe they charged me this much. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Go to CashNetUSA.com now. If approved, you may get the money you need as soon as tomorrow.
Thanks. Who are you?
I'm CashNetUSA.com. Man.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
To be able to just get my son here and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
You know, fortunately, this was my first job out of college, so I was able to come back home and work in my hometown. I wore two hats. I was sports director and I was a news anchor. I did that for a few years and then decided to go full-time into news. Well, I love our team here at ABC7. We have a great mix, and it really is a great mix of personalities, of experience that meshes really well into a really strong team. I'm Scott Dennis, and I'm here for you.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.